'Tis the season to drink DDF Churros Imperial Stout from Vault City. Very, 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 oh my goodness.
Oh, dude.
Just
I mean,
ashamed about everything.
it's a big IPA, Johnny, that they've slapped some holly on the front of.
Daddy, I need some beer because that was a bigger mouthful than I intended.
These pies are dry. A bit dry.
Your pie's dry.
I need some beer.
Yeah, I agree. Could you pass the
Hermetus.
the Hermetus, with which we have an affiliate link from Amazon if you want to buy one, because it's the best bottle opener in the world.
Best bottle in the world. Great Christmas gift.
Indeed. Please open this delicious beer from Hofbräu House. Woo!
Oh, look at that.
I shook that up for you.
Beautiful.
Very, very, merry, very, oh my goodness. Very Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas.
It is time for the annual tradition, which is the mess. The post-Christmas dinner mess that is our annual Christmas beer video. And I'm delighted to say that I think all of these beers are unique. We were struggling to find unique beers for the last couple of years, but I don't know, Christmas is cool again, Bradley.
People are like going full in on Christmas.
I reckon so. It's all we've got left. It's
all we've got
the only
left at this
positive thing.
Jesus.
And we are starting with a hugely historical Hofbräu Winterzwickel.
Winterzwickel?
Winterzwickel.
No way.
So the Zwickel is like a historical German unfiltered, unpasteurized, kind of like the Keller beer.
Yeah.
Sort of a straight out the cellar feel hazy beer. And the Winterzwickel is obviously the dark version, the Dunkel version.
Yeah, look at
And this
that.
comes from, they get a big shout out in my book, which you can also buy at the links below.
Oh, yeah.
Hofbräu, one of the most important breweries to have ever existed.
It's true.
But most importantly in our glass right now. Raisiny, datey,
It's wintry, Johnny.
little hints of banana. Isoamyl acetate, otherwise clean, dark, Christmassy.
Feel like someone's chucked a bag of mixed raisins in my face.
Could happen, you never know.
Christmas arguments get a little bit out of hand sometimes.
It's basically mince pie filling, that beer.
Yeah.
This is the kind of beer that people should drink at Christmas, whether they will or not. I mean, I'm certainly going to be reaching for some of these later, but it's full flavoured and it's wintry, but it's very drinkable, and it goes with the. Why have I got 2 mince pies and you've got 4?
Just the way the cookie crumble, mate.
So let's start the celebrations with the celebration of our videos this year. What was your favourite?
Do you know what? It's a tough one, mate. We've done so many amazing things this year, but it sticks out in my mind. I think we had such a wonderful sort of summery countryside day, meeting Jack at Baron Brewing. I know it's a local brewery to you. That was absolutely eye-opening. The fact that man does everything himself, pumps out amazing beers, beautiful artwork, on his family farm. It was just a wonderful little experience. The sort of stuff I really relish, you know, like we had a wonderful lunch.
We did.
Fantastic day out.
Yeah, shout out to Jack's partner. She is a
Incredible.
private chef and an absolutely remarkable chef. And we had an incredible lunch there. Incredible beers. I think it's what craft beer should be about. It was about local community. It was about beautiful beer, supporting local artists, and brewing what I think is it's the best collab we've ever done.
It's right up there.
I think we struck gold with board shorts.
We did. Board shorts
Even more
is
than
amazing.
short shorts.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was one of my favourite brew days. I would also say, obviously, my trip to Svalbard. That video I love. You know, sometimes, you go on the YouTube, I go on the YouTube audio library constantly. That's where we get our music from. And we rely on Otis McDonald, shout out to him for lots of the great music that we use. But this time I found just the perfect bit of music. I mean, there's hundreds of songs on there, so it's hard to find the right thing. The feel that video was given just by that music, I thought was great. And every time I steal a bit for certain videos we're shooting, it's a very evocative video, I think.
It was on the edge. We know that no people was far more north than we were.
Really enjoyed the reaction videos that we've done.
Yeah.
And I think we're still honing that.
Yeah, it didn't really
working
go
out.
down that well, but I thought they were really fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it went down badly. It was something people didn't expect from us.
It's got to find its audience.
Exactly. Yeah, the algorithm needs to work out what it is, and I think we need to work out a little bit what it is. I think we didn't get geeky enough with the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit less reaction, a little bit more context.
It plays to my pop cultural whims.
Yeah.
Whether that be cringy Japanese adverts or like life-alteringly amazing Guinness adverts that just change your perspective on everything.
Yeah, and we will be talking about the Guinness adverts very, very soon on the channel because we're going to dig properly into those. I've got a lot of background, which I got for the meaning of beer, and we're going to have a lot of fun with those. But I think, yeah, that's a work in progress, but I really enjoyed filming them. Worst video, Guinness cocktails. Do you know, I think this might be the moment the Craft Beer Channel jumps the shark.
Oh, dude.
Just
I mean,
ashamed about everything.
yeah, but we put WKD Blue in a Guinness, which was like one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth.
Yeah.
I've said that a few times recently, but I really mean it on that one.
It was terrible.
It was bad.
So, yeah, I mean, a pretty good year on Craft Beer Channel land video-wise. We
we've
didn't
had-
get to travel as much as we were hoping.
Not a lot of travelling, although we are very much behind the scenes creating Keep Cask Alive 2, which is a huge project to undertake, and it's taking us all around the UK and to Belgium. You know, we're going to see what we can learn from our continental cousins
Yep.
and how they've protected their amazing beer culture.
Yeah, much better than we have in the UK.
Way better than we've
We've been
protected.
pretty poor at it, yes. So we have done lots of travel, we just haven't been able to put it live. And along with the Keep Cask Alive series, 6 episodes, you know, some of the most beautiful stuff we've ever shot. Brad's been learning not to crash a drone as well.
Mostly not
Crash a drone.
Yeah.
But we do have lots of videos that we're filming off the back of that as we go around the UK and Belgium. So there's lots of cool stuff that will be coming your way
Yeah.
first half, hopefully, of 2025. Should we move on to the next beer? Just actually before we do,
Yeah.
have a
a
beer
beer
stick
stick.
with this because it's nice.
Cheers.
Now it's time for our annual Christmas debate,
Yeah.
which is what even is Christmas beer? Because it's probably not an IPA with Eldorado, Azaka CGX, and Moto Eka.
I will high five Whiplash for their attempt at calling this a Christmas beer.
Okay, you appreciate the audacity.
Yeah, I mean it's a big IPA, Johnny, that they've slapped some holly on the front of,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it is an incredibly tasty beer. You know what? IPA isn't just for Christmas, mate. It's for the whole year.
It's not for Christmas.
IPA isn't for Christmas, mate.
It's not for
It's
Christmas.
for the rest of the year.
I appreciate every year somebody releases a Christmas IPA. They go like, we should do something for Christmas. But then I presume the sales team go, but it needs to be an IPA.
An IPA.
An IPA.
Do an IPA.
And you see
They sell. Do an IPA.
the really clever people throw pine
Yeah.
needles in it and go,
Yeah.
This one, none of that. Just,
Nah.
I mean, Moto Eka, one of my favourite hops, so I'm never going to argue with that, along with the Zaka and Eldorado. Can you find a Christmassy excuse for this? It's it's incredibly pale in that kind of monkish style. Like, we want no malt character, no malt depth.
It is very pale.
This
isn't
is
it?
hop soup.
Hop soup.
It's very good. We'd love to feature Whiplash heavily. We'd love to do a feature on Whiplash themselves. They're a very interesting brewery in Ireland.
Honestly, I think
One day.
the Whiplash bar that I went to was one of the best bars I've ever been to.
Yeah,
Craft beer
the
bars.
listening bar.
The listening bar.
Dublin.
I like Japanese style listening bars, and they've got an incredible sound system there. They were playing trad Irish folk music when I went.
There you
and
go.
what's
That's all
more
it takes.
Christmassy than an Irish listening bar, an Irish Japanese listening bar? It's not very Christmassy in there
Lots,
actually.
yeah.
There's lots more.
I mean, Irish
Christmassy.
music it's got that warm, wintry, sit
Yeah.
down on a wooden bench by a roaring fire,
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
a hazy IPA and listen. I don't know. I will say though, so we've got this pork pie here, which, what we call it in our family when the pork pies come out, it's called snacky tea.
Snacky tea.
Yeah, it's when you
Okay.
get everything that hasn't been eaten yet on Boxing Day and just put it out
Like
on
a
the
chippy
dining room
tea,
table.
but like a snacky tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just everything left. So it's like cold turkey, cold ham, cold roasties.
I get you. Yeah.
Me and my brother, we used to my mum used to make lovely brown bread rolls, and we basically just piled them high with everything from roast dinner in there, and then have a pork pie on the side. So I think pork pie is Christmassy. People might have been questioning why it's there.
So,
I think that dunked in mustard is going to be quite good with
so
this.
you're saying we should eat the pork pie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry,
do
was that long-winded?
Yeah.
But with plenty of mustard on.
I like the ooey gooiness on the top of the pork pie there.
That might be too much mustard. Should we
I
find
feel like
out?
that's English mustard. I'm going very gingerly.
No, it's Belgium. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Bringing out a bit of sweetness of the pork.
Yeah. And the sweetness from the mustard, that actually works really, really well. New England IPA and pork pie with mustard.
Who would have thought it?
Well, I did.
A
It was my
meeting
idea.
of minds. Hands across the ocean, Johnny. What a wonderful thing. What a Christmas message if ever there was
Well,
one.
you know, the Irish people helped define drinking culture in America in the mid-19th century, as we find out in my book, which you can buy.
This guy. Relentless.
Maybe. Do you remember this year Boris Johnson got kicked off of, was it ITV or Channel 4 US election coverage because he kept promoting his book? So that it could happen now. You could kick me out of the Christmas beer shoot.
Never.
So beer number 3, we're going to Belgium because you can't do a Christmas beer video without a Belgian beer. And this year, I guess Shiva?
Shiva?
Xmas? Shiv? Mischievous Xmas? Not quite sure. I'm also not really sure what this beer is because the amount of research I've done for these beers is, well, I Googled it just before we started.
Minimal.
So this is Shiva Xmas. It comes from Delacem, one of the best Belgian breweries. Most of the internet calls this a red ale.
Okay.
I don't really know what a Belgian red ale is outside of
sure.
obviously, Flemish reds.
Yeah.
I'm going to pour it up to the taster line on these glasses that are available.
These are very nice glasses, Johnny.
Aren't they just?
You know, this is the beer school glass, available to purchase. It's got me and you on it.
If we were going to try and go viral with this, constantly on like Instagram on the wheels, it's like, if only there was an Instagram page related to this.
Yeah.
If only there was a web shop where you could buy these glasses. We've sold nearly 1,000 of these glasses now.
They're
folks.
doing all right. They're doing
Thank you
all right.
very much to those who have. But this teaches you how to drink. As if you need help. So
Serving temps on there.
generally Delacen brew like very hoppy, very bitter, English-inspired Belgian beers, I guess. This has a real sweetness to the aroma, doesn't it?
does.
That's unexpected from Delacen. Caramel and raisins and dates, and then a kind of peppery, lemony kind of thing from the hops.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Do you know what would have gone well with that? A cheese board.
Yeah, that would be great with
Cheese
some
board.
lovely soft cheeses.
Can you get away with just having a grape out of a cheese board? No.
The other thing I think it would go really well with, actually, would be the mince pie, because I think that the sweetness, the caramel, all of that would be great. And what are you doing?
Well, I'm double parking, Johnny, because I've still got mince pie left. Not mince pie,
That's
pork
not
pie.
mince, yeah.
That's a pork pie, Johnny.
And mustard left.
Mustard left, and this beautiful glassware. Also available. What are we calling this? Almost a Willy Belcher, isn't it? Willy Belcher. Almost, Johnny.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. Love and beer. That's the message, isn't it? That's what we're all about, Johnny. Love and beer. Craft beer channel.
It's also, just like this, it's got measurements on it, but instead of being, we've got 100ml taster, third, half, 2/3, we've got taster boy,
Yeah.
risky boy, crispy boy,
Beautiful.
which is all you need to know, really. I guess it's like a Belgian, well, not a Belgian double. It's like, Zot. Zot Brewing have a double that's not really a double. It's lighter, it's fresher, it's less kind of unctuous. It's a bit like that, but then hop to hell. Big bitterness, as they always do, that stops it getting too sweet, and it's dry. It's a really nice beer.
Johnny, I think pork pies might actually go with everything.
Okay.
That's great with pork pie.
We'll see if it goes with the next beer. DDF churros, but
Luckily, I finished my pork pie, so I don't have to do
oh, okay, we don't have to test that. Well, we could get more. I think pork pies are more applicable to situations than people use them for.
Yeah, I think what put me off, the pork pie of the mind is what put me off, right? So, like, I grew up in the 80s. A pork pie was mostly jelly in the 80s. When you cut into it, like if it was a pork pie was a planet, and you cut straight through the core of the planet.
Go in, yeah.
And you do this and you do the reveal of a pork pie.
Yeah.
Like people do with sandos, like sandwiches these days. You do that with pork pie, it was mostly jelly. and like
Right,
some
so
grey
the
meat.
only meat was like the actual molten core.
The molten core of like porklet,
Right.
but most of it was jelly, and the jelly freaked me out.
I think you've been buying bad.
I don't buy them anymore. This
Pork
is
pie.
what I'm saying.
I'm baffled. I thought a pork pie would be right up your street. But you don't like the jelly.
The jelly, it was the
You don't
jelly.
like
That had
gelatin.
like zero jelly vibes going on.
I quite like the jelly.
I mean, the jelly was like a forbidden sort of pleasure, maybe.
Yeah. If there's any chefs out there, is the jelly there to like protect the pastry while it's baking?
I think it's
From
an
getting too-
insulating layer,
yeah.
right, to stop the meat from like
Just
congealing.
juicing out.
To it,
Oh,
juicing
all that
out.
all preserving the meat.
Yeah, I think it's so it doesn't burn.
Okay.
Is it like basically like putting Vaseline all
Can't
over
be
it?
that- Wait, no. I don't think Vaseline protects you from burns.
No, but like it's like an insulating layer was my sort of point. I don't know.
I thought this video was too normal, and now we found it. It will protect you from certain burns, Vaseline. But
Friction.
yeah, friction burns, exactly. Never mind. I think jelly is clearly integral because otherwise it wouldn't be there.
Oh,
You know, it's not okay, Columbo. It's been put there for a physical purpose. It's not there for flavour. But there was something a little bit exciting and naughty about
It's
the jelly in
definitely
a pork
naughty
pie.
and weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't into it.
People never really flavoured the gelatin, did they? I think they missed a trick there. They could have made orange jelly, lime jelly. Well, orange jelly would work.
Or the colour as well.
No, colour and flavour.
No.
Bit of orange jelly in with the pork. You don't like orange and pork, marmalade.
Well, I
pork?
guess you get the like what are those like hunter slice or whatever it's called? There's like all the meats with like things around it, like the kind of head cheese from like a fucking.
You and I had very different Christmases.
Yeah,
on
I wasn't consuming the head
Serving up the head cheese, going pork
like-
pies. No, disgusting.
Pork pies.
Head cheese.
head cheese.
So this might not feel that Christmassy to most of the world, particularly Spain. But churros, I think, is a very Christmassy food in Britain.
It's basically everything that's great about a donut, but it's like a sort of a vertical
Yeah,
donut.
They didn't tie it up, did they?
It's a
They
sausage
just-
donut.
Sausage donut.
It's covered in cinnamon
Yeah.
and they're
Sugar.
warm,
Yeah.
and then you dip it in like chocolatey warm stuff.
Yeah.
It's great.
And it's basically the pudding du jour at winter markets in the Christmas markets in the
Right?
UK.
And you absolutely get fleeced at the price of
You do.
churros.
Yeah, I think people should start
Absolutely
bringing
fleeced.
in their bags just like their own chocolate dipping sauce because sometimes they'll charge extra for the dipping sauce.
They do.
You're like, what the? That's why I'm here.
You could probably warm it up under your armpit or something as you're walking around Winter Wonderland.
So this beer comes from Vault City,
Yeah.
one of the darlings of the craft beer, the silly side of the
silly,
craft beer
yeah,
movement.
definitely silly
You
side,
have a
yeah.
lot of fun playing with nostalgia and big, bold ingredients and incredibly sweet beer, and also branding as well. They've done a lot of things that probably made some IP lawyers incredibly nervous.
Yeah.
And it's DDF, which I guess is like double dry fruited, but it's with cinnamon and chocolate and what have we got? Oh my God, there's a lot going on here. So we've got cacao nibs, shalaka.
Shalaka
What's
waka.
shalaka?
Sounds good. As long as it's not shellac from a beetle, I'm in.
Okay. Cinnamon, cassia bark, vanilla, hops and yeast.
That's,
then all the other stuff. Also
that's
lots
some
of sugar.
adjuncts there, baby.
Yeah, there's some adjuncts going
Yeah.
on. And I would imagine this is going to smell, whatever you think of Vault City, this is going to smell exactly like a churros.
Yeah.
Well, it smells boozier than churros.
It's
Oh,
like,
this
it's like
is
if you dip,
15%, by the way.
you dipped the churros in rum,
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah.
like a spice rum.
Yeah.
That smells great though.
Super boozy,
Chocolatey,
super chocolatey.
very chocolatey. I mean, I'm into it.
Not much cinnamon on the nose.
No. Cinnamon's difficult. We've tried cinnamon.
We have.
Oh,
It is
boy.
hard to infuse into a beer,
It is,
but
it's
maybe it'll be there on the palate. We should get a little bit of heat, a little bit of spice.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
A very Merry Christmas.
Very
at
Merry
15%.
I mean, it's very good.
Yeah, there's loads of cinnamon and the cassia bark. Like what? Yeah. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
It's getting real now.
Do you know you haven't eaten a mince pie, a pork pie for 10 years?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had terry chocolate orange.
Dude, you're fucking missing out. I buy these on the reg.
Yeah.
This is not even a
Outside of
Christmas.
Christmas?
Yeah, it's not even a Christmas treat
Next
for
thing you
me.
tell me you buy Toblerone, not at airports.
I do. Tobes and Terry's chocolate orange are the best 2 chocolates.
So
you
I
can
don't
buy.
even remember it having like an orange segment
Yeah, dude.
imprint on
Come
it.
Get with the program.
How behind am I? What is this channel?
Try it with a little bit of that. Yep.
Brings out the cinnamon.
It's a heady combo.
Yeah.
Somehow, the cinnamon heat is coming
Matt
through.
immediately got the heat from the cinnamon, weirdly.
Isn't that strange?
I think because the sweetness of that is dialed down, so you can taste the cinnamon coming through because that's much sweeter. I'm going in again.
Go for it.
It's a new cinnamon challenge, a whole chocolate orange in this. Ah, yes.
The core. The core of the planet of the orange.
Makes time travel possible.
Exactly.
That beer is so peppery once you have something that knocks out the rest of what's going on. But what I will say about this beer is I think it is nicely constructed. It definitely builds that cinnamon.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it
Yeah,
definitely builds. But it's not, I was expecting pure nonsense. And it is kind of pure nonsense, but it is also something where you can sit there and go, huh, there's stuff going on here.
There is stuff going on there. Do you know what I like as well, Johnny? Is that like it's not in a 440.
Right, yeah.
It's in this little skinny guy, which I think is an appropriate measure for this beer. That there is pretty cool.
It leads me to a question, right? So really, I think the definition of a Christmas beer is a beer that you would want to drink at Christmas. Mm-hmm. How many of these have fitted that bill?
I mean, look, unexpectedly, that did fit the bill. This 100% fits the bill. This makes that taste amazing.
This is not a Christmas beer, even though it went well with pork pie. But pork pie is not strictly Christmas.
No.
It's a bit like Saison Dupont. I have it with Christmas dinner every year, but I wouldn't consider it a Christmas beer. It's just what I have at Christmas.
We've just worked out that
No,
pork
that's
pie is the
the opposite
medium
way.
to amping up every other beer that's existed.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is
It
why
is
it's
the
a great
foil.
pub snack.
In fact, in every craft beer channel video from this point, there'll be a pork pie in case it isn't amped up.
Wild,
enough.
absolutely
But
wild.
I think these are brilliant Christmas beers.
Fantastic.
I love this. I'm going to grab some bottles because I
Winter
think it's good.
Swickle?
Winter Swickle.
I'm all about the winter sniffle now.
Yeah.
Snickle.
I'm usually a winter sniffle,
But I mean, we've all got the winter sniffles.
but now, if I have a winter sniffle, I have a winter zickle.
It helps. I hear it helps.
I think so. That and, medicine. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's our Christmas video. I guess that's our Christmas video.
Yeah?
I'm sure the edit will help. It's been a wild year for Craft Beer Channel. I've been very busy with the book. We haven't travelled as much as we wanted to, but we have been building up, genuinely I think, to a massive start to 2025.
It's going to be big, mate.
We are going to hit that
Yeah.
ground. Well, maybe not running because January is going to be a bit fraught, but February, which is when the year begins. Like, let's
Wait till
ignore
Feb.
January.
Dry January. Meh.
Meh. We're going to hit the ground running in February with, I think, some of the best stuff we've ever filmed. Hopefully some of the most significant stuff we've ever filmed. In retrospect, not enough mince pies involved, but we can probably fix that in post. Is that one of the things we can fix in post? Oh, thanks for donating one of your mince
We
pies.
might get diabetes now.
Okay, right.
Because if we eat a mince pie, I've eaten half of this
You have actually, haven't you?
while we've been going,
That
pretty
is-
much.
That is most of that
I
gone.
do have an addiction to toast chocolate oranges, though.